Alright, we are live and let's go. And what is going on, everyone? This is Melsky Sharks Gaming, aka Mar4738 on PS4. Yes, normally I do PS4 stuff, but today we are going to be talking about a new potential tropical cyclone that is developing. They just issued this advisory a few minutes ago. Actually, National Hurricane Center put out a notice a little while ago saying that they were going to start issuing advisories on this new potential tropical cyclone. So let's go ahead and look at this. Right now, tropical storm conditions and heavy rainfall are possible over the portions of the central Gulf Coast Tuesday night into Wednesday. Basically, what this is an area of low pressure that is developed. It developed all the way out just west of the Lesser Antilles, and this is a tropical wave that has developed all the way into the South Bahamas, and it is now developed enough to where they feel like that it is going to develop into a tropical storm, first depression, then tropical storm. And right now, they're giving it an 80% chance of development within 2 days, 90% chance of development within 5 days. Here is the current track of the system that takes it over the Florida Keys as a weak tropical storm by tomorrow afternoon, traveling over the Gulf Coast, the central Gulf Coast, and the northern Gulf Coast, impacting what looks like about New Orleans. Looks like somewhere in between Tuesday afternoon and Wednesday afternoon. More or less looks like Wednesday morning. Early Wednesday morning is looking to be the landfall. And then it's going to head off towards northwest, obviously weakening as it heads towards land. The big threat here is heavy rainfall. Tropical storm force winds are possible, especially along the Gulf Coast. That's why they have went ahead and issued a tropical storm watch for central Louisiana, East Louisiana. This does include New Orleans, into the Mississippi Gulf Coast, which includes Gulfport, Biloxi, Pascagoula, into the Alabama Gulf Coast, which includes Mobile and the Mobile Bay. This is the wind speed probabilities. Right now, not very impressive yet, but again, this is still a tropical wave. Winds of about 30 miles an hour. Let me go on ahead and put the coordinates up on this thing. Basically, the coordinates right now, for those wondering, 22.7 degrees north, 77.3 degrees west, currently about 100 miles north-northeast of Cuba, about 275 miles east-southeast of Marathon, Florida, which is basically in the Keys. Moving west-northwest at about 15 miles an hour. So by that, it should reach the Keys in about 15 to 20 hours if it stays on that speed. Now, the reason that they go on ahead and issue advisories, even though this is not a tropical depression as of yet, National Hurricane Center, this is something they did starting this year. They are issuing advisories on potential tropical depression/storms that may develop by the time it gets to that area, and they feel like that this will indeed become a tropical depression, probably as soon as possibly tonight, or at the very latest early tomorrow morning. So that's what they're looking at there. Now, right now they're saying this storm could be about 60-65 miles an hour by the time it gets to the New Orleans area. I feel like that could be a little bit understretched, and I'm not saying this full-heartedly, but I feel like that could be a little underestimate, because when it goes over the Gulf, it's going to have conditions of 30 degrees Celsius over Gulf waters, which is very favorable. The only limiting factor is the shear is going to be about light to moderate, which that may limit some intensification. That being said, we're still looking at a strong tropical storm. I don't think this is going to be a hurricane, but again, those favorable conditions. We all remember what happened with Hurricane Katrina. Category 1 when it hit the Keys, went over the Gulf, and the thing blew up. So I don't want anyone to take their guard down just because this is not even developed yet. So right now the main thing is we're just waiting for a closed surface circulation to develop. Once that develops, then that's when we feel like the system will take off. So again, just a quick recap on the update. This is as of 5 o'clock Eastern, 5 o'clock p.m. Eastern. Again, this is just a tropical wave with a potential of this developing into a tropical depression. Again, earliest probably 10 o'clock tonight. Maximum sustained winds of 30 miles an hour, moving west-northwest at 15 miles an hour. The minimum pressure is at 1,012, so it's just enough as it will be classified as a wave or low pressure. Tropical storm watch has been issued for portions of the central Gulf Coast, which include the Alabama-Florida border, westward to east of Morgan City, Louisiana, including Lake Pontchartrain and Lake Mariposa. Interest in the Florida Keys and southern Florida Peninsula should also monitor the progress of this storm, as a tropical storm warning could be issued just like that, probably within the next advisory if this storm continues to intensify. So be on the lookout for that. So that's what we're looking at, and the next update will be out at about 7 o'clock Central or 8 o'clock Eastern with an intermediate advisory. And the next full advisory will be at about 10 o'clock Central and 11 o'clock Eastern. So just keep it here. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for updates regarding this potential tropical cyclone, future tropical depression, tropical storm Gordon. So just keep it here, and I will keep you guys updated throughout the next couple days.